range, you know? He just wants to be getting as much health as he can off a lot of these low damage melee picks. The J4, the Cassante, if they don't pull ahead. The Nico as well, after that initial burst, right, doesn't offer a whole ton. So you can see the vision from this pretty just, you know, bog standard top lane.
Yeah. Oh, Linces finds Bukata here, flags and drags in. Doesn't look like Bukata will win this.
Oh, Breaker flash
what the hell?
past. The team's on the way, but what?
Hey?
Oh, okay. The first blood. Now they're gonna go for more. Trippy's in trouble. Guys, I'm dizzy. I don't know what to say about that particular sequence of plays other than it's working out incredibly. Flashed in, Carzzy. Well played. But you gotta remember when Yasuo came out, people were like, win wall. And it's like, bro, he's dashing 50 times in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, Linces on the bot lane here.
Flag and drag. Trimby locked up. Carzzy grabs another really straightforward game from Linces. A little bit of a lack of vision.
Getting them sort of back on the board, but Carzzy is going to be scaling up really nicely this game. He has such good front line, such good engage. And as we talked about, you really want the core Inami to be the one finding some sort of advantage. Fleshy crucially has no flash. I think that's a good target to look for because Carzzy has both the ulti and the flash, so it's hard to lock him down.
Through immediate instantaneous ult. He's going to respond with all of his own, and well played by the side of Shifters.
Beautiful execution.
Revolutionary war style and just shoot at each other's muskets. He doesn't. But that's not really how League is played. And it turns out when you have advantages in so many lanes, you just get to wander up top, put a robot to sleep, and kill him.
Well played to Humanoid. It's a beautiful roam.
Maybe Knock gets caught out on his return to the top side as Linces evens up the Drakes. Shifters just don't have the resources or the pressure in mid lane or bot lane to respond to this. They're not going to get anything out of the potential attempted punish.
No, looks like he still doesn't have it. So both Paduk and, oh my god, Trippy is dead.
Trippy trying to get away with some additional movement speed. Bukata is there. Flash backwards. So much fall damage onto Linces. Immediately the buyout coming out as well. The cease and desist. And a shutdown.
More than just the gold bounty from Linces. That's Humanoid.
Oh, he knew.
Him.
Oh, and the equal. Oh, he's just dancing on him. Bukata is going to back up as well. There's a lot of damage coming in from Rooster. Humanoid, though, taking his sweet time, and Fleshy going to take the kill.
Humanoid's presence of mind.
But it's good to be reminded of what it looks like when he's having a good game. It's Carzzy taking a lot of damage. Paduk is going to get caught out here.
It's a little bit deep.
Big shield coming in from Carzzy is good. Paduk flashing out, barely living. Cute flash from Bukata. Bit of redemption after the fumble earlier in the game, and now Fleshy's in trouble. Linces can try to save, but I think Fleshy still drops here. They're debating which one's real. Almost trip him up. As Bukata grabs another. Actually, Nuke takes the kill. Nice to have.
A really nice flash.
I imagine they use it mid here.
Yeah, they're certainly grouping up for it, as Linces is going to place it here. And Knock is level 14, very tanky. I don't think anybody's really going to be getting through to him just yet before Nuke or Paduk gets their penetration.
Tower, Nuke going over the wall. Claw not gonna hit, no root, so no real chance to follow up. Fleshy just throwing down a little bit of poke here. Turns invisible, but Bukata immediately collapses. The tidal wave to follow. Nuke to grab another kill, and Fleshy overconfident again.
Some big mistakes from Fleshy here. They engaged on mid lane, where he spent this flash, and now he has no flash for this play. They end up overstaying.
Ghost running.
I just realized Nuke has 2 kills.
Yeah.
Did he get some of the kills on
Yeah, he used W,
Fleshy?
the Vision of Empire, just came through on... Actually, he's just killed Fleshy twice, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That feels so strange.
Yeah.
But he is with the CS lead and now with the 2 kills as well.
Ahead of Humanoid.
Yeah, very strong.
But ooh, mid lane down. Bubble still hits from Trimby. That's a nice bit of poke back.
It's Rooster with the first move. But Humanoid.
B caught out. Tidal wave to hit a couple, but he's going to take a quick nap. Quick trip back to the fountain. Supports the #1 target for both teams this game. Trimby way too far forward.
Yeah, both teams have such good pick potential, and both supports are just too damn squishy. It's really easy for both teams to look to pick them off. As Trimby makes a mistake there and ends up going down, that's going to be Dragon going over for Vitality.
Picking up their second. Of course, for either side, Chemtech, you know, solid to have. The Soul, really good
champions. I guess Knock has some healing in his ultimate, and you have Thunder Sky, but Humanoid.
On the Humanoid, just going to flash out. The bubble missing is big, though. Vault Breaker to come through. Follow-up damage is there, and Humanoid goes down.
I told you, he would die.
Prophetic.
It's never going to be a perfect game, as Shifters are now running away. Paddock is caught.
Fire. Another decent engage, but Paddock is still living for now. Big Corky bomb damage to Q-Flash again from Bukata. Carsey goes in and dies. Didn't really have a better option. But Shifters holding the line. The early game was looking a little bit disastrous, but now they're fishing for a fight. Knock-Knock-Go unstoppable, uses the footwork to dash into Linsis and make his way out.
I'm so shocked there that Paddock is the one that gets engaged on by Fleshy with the Nico ultimate, but there's just no damage. Even though Carsey has 2.5 items on this Kai'Sa, maybe it's Kai'Sa that we need to start asking questions about, not the Corki, as Shifters now onto the Nash. 2 people dead from Vitality. They could look to contest here. Knock-Knock-Go is tanky, but they just don't have any of their damage.
There's a lot of damage in that pit. If Knock-Knock-Go goes all out, he's going to get killed really quickly. Fleshy, pretending to be humanoid. No ulti of his own available, maybe just hoping his presence will scare him off. Real humanoid there now, and Linz is on the flank. I think they should just be happy that the Baron got stopped, but they're debating. Maybe feel like they can push, extend the play.
Yeah, Knock-Knock-Go looking to cancel some bases some more, as it's Vitality are starting the Nash now.
Okay, it's their turn. Mom and Dad said it's their turn on the Baron.
Good poke from Humanoid.
Nuke still hasn't ulted, still has the Ghost and Flash. Just be careful not to overcommit. Immediately going to ult before the sleep can come all the way through, and Linsis is down. That's the key to start the fight. The fall up there for Bukata. Nuke refusing to die. Knock-Knock-Go pulls it back, but might just pull him to his own death. No! Manages to get one in return. The shutdown onto Nuke, but it's Shifters now with control of the Baron.
But it's an absolute disaster for Vitality, as it's Shifters that were willing to drop the Nash and move away from it, but then Vitality
definitely has. Vitality now trying to hold the line here. But Shifters happy to just keep mopping up this gold.
Humanoid is trying to split push up top. We'll get to see how much damage he does, as tier 2 top was very low and he already got that, and he's continuing to push. Vitality, though, they don't have a lot of wave clear without Kai'Sa and Nico. So
and they also,
are just going to keep
two
pushing.
members on the bottom side here. You can see Carsey starting to hover towards the bottom lane, and Shifters don't have perfect information on where the enemy team is, so they don't want to over push, but Vitality taking some risks. And taking some poke, as you can see Knock-Knock-Go getting chunked there.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of chip damage on this inhibitor, but Humanoid is just continuing to split push. It's just playing split push Zoe.
Gotta respect it. A little extra empowered passive damage definitely feels good.
If they can trade inhib for inhib here, it's a pretty good trade for Vitality, but Humanoid is looking to base now. Maybe wants to fight.
Fleshy has Protobelt ulti, as well as the Seekers. Flash in onto Rooster, trying to kick the fight off. He's just going to turn right back onto Carsey. Carsey now caught in the pit, a lot of damage onto him, and Bukata's on the way as well. That's not good for them either. Vitality thought they had the angle. The 2-man immediate start to the fight is looking good. Trimby down, but Nuke now starting to look a little bit unkillable. As I say it, though, half his HP gone in the blink of an eye. Another half to follow. But he got a bit of healing, so he's still alive. Another bubble hits. Oh my God, Humanoid!
From downtown! Humanoid is landing the bubbles. He's saving this game single-handedly for Vitality.
And he said it. Look, I'm gonna.
It's definitely not been perfect.
We brought this up to BM him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not been perfect, but Humanoid is looking damn good.
It's looking damn good. It has not been perfect. There's been some oopsies, and depending on what part of the game you watch, that graphic could have been incredibly rude.
Really good macro plays from Humanoid, as he's gonna be able to pick up this tier 2 bot. Yeah, he's just outplaying them on the map, building up his gold lead, playing. It's a very like Caps reminiscent.
You know you're gonna get auto a lot.
Or does Nuke have mercs? No. Nope.
Went for Ionian as Nuke. They're gonna force out the QSS. Excuse me, the KOs from Trimby, I believe. Rooster waiting off on the side. The poke just continues to come through. Tidal wave. Excellent disengage tool. Nuke's about to get put to sleep. I don't know if anyone wants to block this, and no one really can. Nuke about to get deleted. Knock-Knock-Go tears him out of the fight. Carsey quick now to follow. Nuke living for an extra second, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough because Paddock is already down. Linsis with a quick follow-up dive, putting in the work. Fleshy there as well. Oh, and it's just Rooster and Bukata, and there's nothing left.
Oh my God, Vitality have found the fight off of the shoulders of Humanoid. They found the miracle they needed. They get the Baron Nashor, unless Bukata is going to look for the steal.
Quick cure over the wall.
He has no vision.
He has no vision. He doesn't know.
But he might
fall.
I mean, it would be weird if he
Let's get another fist fight. And it looks like you're right. Vitality already set up on the objective. You can see the vision very much in their favor, but Shifters laying down some vision, instantly going to start TPing in.
It's a good bubble on the TP.
Knock-Knock-Go ready. Bukata getting close, though. W going to pull through, immediately going to ult flush. You try to split it from the rest of the team. Rooster going to follow, but now Bukata's just in the back line, not doing a whole hell of a lot. Patak only able to hit Knock-Knocko, which is just not the ideal target. Nuke staying relatively healthy. Humid doesn't have a ton of space to work, but he's still going to get another kill. Bukata about to get rooted, forced to flash down. A double kill coming in from Karzi. Karzi completely ignored in the fight. The triple is there. Very likely the quadra, and he grabs it. Vitality just dissecting Shifters. Desperation, the story of so many of these fights for this Shifters lineup.
And Vitality get everything here. They get the ace. They're going to look to run down the game. A beautiful fight from Karzi with the flank. He decides to go 1v2 against Patak and Trimby, plays it nice and slow, and is able to take all of them down with the quadra kill. Not going to see a penta here today for Karzi, but I think he's still plenty happy.
I think he's feeling pretty good. And remember, Vitality, they were in control of the early game. It was Shifters who fought back, but in the later stages of the game, Humanoid and Vitality doing a ton of work. What?
Like, you know, the two top laners, they don't do any damage
Just
to each
hang
other.
out, like the wet noodle fight? Is that what you're looking for?
Wet noodle fight, that was, yeah, that's not, yeah, that's not right.
Sasha's very different.
Yeah, that's,
Though again,
but it's going to be Na'Vi getting the Drake off of this topside play. So nice answer from them. And Skeens is a little bit behind Reledge now in the camp department off of those two plays. I think a good...
Yeah, which we would get to see.
He's going top lane.
Double realm warp top. Spin, the silence, there's nowhere they could go. They just get the first blood. SK punishing the missing Som.
Reledge starts off the dragon.
Second grade. Somdi 700 gold advantage. No completed item, but...
Yeah, they got some plates on bot. Pretty good bot lead on this Aphelios here. He's soon going to complete that call as well.
You can see already completing the AD quest. Not that... Yeah, it makes a huge top lane 1v1. Has the heart steal. This man is committed to stacking HP. That said, on the bottom side, Somdi shredding this tower.
Yeah, that's the power of that Aphelios red-white.
I mean, first tower, an extra 300 gold. This is just going to further push Na'Vi ahead.
Really good play by Na'Vi. They get the first SK starts it up. Let's see if Na'Vi wants to contest. Maintr got to push in the bot wave. He has to teleport. Good look to teleport to join his team here and look to ulti in. They have to pull the trigger fast though. 6k. Maintr already keeping in.
Exhaust flash ulti available for the Rakan. A lot of room to potentially make plays. Wonder there to try and get the smite secure. Flash it for Reledge, he just takes it! Oh, that is not what you want to see. Poby on the flank, 1v1ing with leader, but it might not matter. Big ulti going in from Somdi, but the damage not quite there yet as Yappa going all out, looking to transcend himself. A clean flash over the Rakan. He still gets locked up for a moment, but he manages to take one with him. Wonder trying to finish off Poby. Wandering forward, the silence, the knock up on the rupture does not get it done. A double kill for Reledge. Like the flash over the Rakan, like the confidence again to step forward, but in that case, only actually ends up netting him the single kill and falling a little bit further behind Somdi, who's well on his way to the IE as he takes the Herald to escape. Mid lane now broken open. And I feel like Reledge can't keep getting away with it, bro. Remember, yeah. We were so... Realm Warp available now if they want to reposition and look for a flank.
Crucially, Skeen still has the flash. I mean, he can find a good angle.
Basically, bot wave pushing in the favor of SK if that's what they want to play through. Top wave building in favor of Na'Vi. It looks like will eventually need to be answered. Might just be another 50-50. Realm Warp in. It looks like only Mickey X going to get delivered. Instantly goes in on Somdi trying to find the ball, but there's just no damage there. Wonder finally getting involved in the fight. We'll get away from the Decimating Smash. Another ulti for Somdi doing good damage. Down goes Skeens. Only gets a tick of that ulti before he drops a triple kill for Somdi.
It's a disaster for SK as they're being chased down. Na'Vi are routing them. Poby with the ultimate. Reledge is going to find leader as well. He has the flash.
They're trying to sprint out to safety.
Yoppa trying to outplay it as well.
He just can't out-damage Somdi. The red-white.
Leader just barely gets out, but Na'Vi are getting absolutely everything.
It's going to make Wonder's life that much more frustrating. Also, I like the Fiend Hunter bolts. They are solid, but in terms of long-term raw DPS, yeah, IE feels better. I'd say. Now, especially with the arm penetration, we'll see what the next items are going to be. As Reledge, it does feel like it relies on them making a misstep to give SK a way back in.
SK looking to contest through bot lane here, as they realize that they lose the mid prio. But this Drake will go down very fast. Now he wants to try to finish it.
Obi laying down the wall. Wonder split from the rest of the team. Skeen's looking for an angle into the backside. Paris initially going to kick things off, but the Drake is already gone. Na'Vi now starting to peel back. Ulti from Somdi is huge damage, but the follow-up CC is there. Down goes Somdi. A hope for SK as they try and turn the fight. Reledge healing up big. has the Cloud Soul. He's so damn fast. Skeen's going down, but I don't think they can kill this Aatrox. Yopa forced back. Relech again taking over. Already got 2. Looking to make it 3 as Poby takes the final kill.
SK got some D, but it's Relech and Mainter that are the unkillable raid bosses, just wrecking havoc in the back line. And even though SK had a great start to the fight, it's not enough. SK, they have such a good start to it, but Relech's HP is just not dropping. It's staying at 100% throughout the whole damn fight with all the healing.
Because their AD is down in item because Yopa doesn't have that armor penetration.
Samdi, what are we doing here?
Samdi trying to keep the fight going, but it looks like he's just going to die. Wonder eats him.
I don't know. You have to also think, though, that Cho'Gath eats a lot of things. And he doesn't become all those things. If you eat, like...
What? Okay, but I'm saying that like the reason he can be infused with the power is because of the things that he's eating, and then Cho eats that guy, and then if Tom eats him, these are the things you have to think about, Jack. These are the questions that keep me awake at night.
But Cho'Gath doesn't have. I guess with his little hands, he could hold the guns.
Maybe. Hard to say for sure. Is Relech? Oh God! Every Q is hitting. The ulti from Samdi, good initial damage, pairs with a quick follow-up, and suddenly Mainter out of nowhere with the steel chair! Crushing dreams! The flick doesn't quite connect, but Na'Vi, they're Goomba stomping him.
Mainter from downtown here crushes SK's dreams as they're looking to end the game. Mainter TPing back. They're on to the Nexus Towers. SK need a miracle as Leader is trying to clear out this wave, but it's 2 cannon minions here that are continuing to battle down this tower. They do have the grubs as well.
Yopa finally has 3 items, but I think it's too late. The immediate exhaust onto Skeens. Getting chunked out as Mickey's finally here, trying to protect his jungler. The heal used.
Na'Vi.
1 tower left for the sake of SK. If we imagine this comeback, we're betting on one of the best, if not the best performer in this game in Relech.
Yeah.
Just for some reason making a big dumb play.
Yeah, because he wants camps, because junglers want camps.
They do like camps. Yeah, yeah, that sounds pretty cooked for SK then. That's a pretty tough position to be in.
Poby gets the ultimate, but there's no wave, so not really much Yopa is able to clear out that bot wave, which is really nice for SK. No longer having to worry about that.
But they really have him mark Paris on the flank. It's easy for him to get that backline set up. Somebody has really excellent guns for a fight. I assume he cycles into white after he finishes the blue off here.
Yeah. Should be red-white next on the menu for him.
All right, Leader ready to go mid.
An incredible flank here.
This is such a deep flank. Can they kill Samdi fast enough? Knock up onto Relech, pretty far forward. Silence interrupt the detonating smash. Skeen's going to the backside. Paris trying to interrupt. That's the spin. Leader tries to get the damage down into Poby, but now he's backing away. Samdi just splits to turn right back on top of him. Wonder wants to fire back, but now they don't have any damage to kill Relech. Never mind. Yopa getting a little bit done, but they split away. They kill the flanker. Leader's already dead, and it's falling apart for SK.
It's 3 for 1 here. As Na'Vi are looking to just push mid, they just want to end the game. Paris will look to continue canceling Yopa's base here.
It's a play.
Yopa can't base. Tali and Rakan will continue canceling his base. Wonder needs to get it off, but I don't know if he can hold 1v2.
A little bit extra movement speed already used. Relech and Samdi, a terrifying duo to try to go up against as Wonder wants to clear the way, but they're just going to hit the towers.
Yeah.
Hoping that maybe he can kill Samdi, but Samdi's killing him a whole hell of a lot faster. Na'Vi, 3-1, moving up to 4-1, taking down SK Gaming. Mickey X, one last desperate stand, but that is not the Gandalf at Helm Deep. Another loss.
It's mostly just Ice and Crown who's going to be left to the 1v1, and neither supports are going to have that high pressure.
Yeah, and it's tough for Los on a rope. Q3 ready to go for Trayson. Trayson just going to accept this. His boss slowly waddles away. Another bear trap. D-mounts as he gets the ulti off. Trayson full committal here. Flashback from Boss, and that's first blood for Trayson.
Oh, wow. That's a kind of a crazy statistic. I mean, don't get the Drake, though.
The man is committed to trying to outplay. Which,
that's true.
Cool, but obviously he's going to remount.
Not a whole lot of damage on Boss's Kled this game.
Reckless going in, the root immediately connects. They want to burn through Sarah, and they know that he has no ultimate, but they don't commit any further. Cook in, and they're going to take down Velia. Velia's going to ult, but he ulted too late. Sheo grabs the kill. He didn't respect. It's going to make things tough.
Oh, Sten has no hook here.
Caught out. This is going to be the kill, given over. Crowny grabs it. You're going to go back to Los Ratones, so a nice pick. They are going to lose plates in the bottom lane. So, costs them a little bit.
Yeah, Ice is able to pick up one plate there and deny one wave from Crowny.
Crowny?
Oh,
Crowny? Uh-oh. Well, nope, that was not it. That was really bad.
Yeah.
I would love them.
Even
It's worth
with that in account, I still feel like this team is playing under what their ceiling was when we saw them in ERLs, in EMEA Masters.
Yeah, I could see it. They're quite lifeless.
It's tough.
We'll see how they can play
Feels
this
bad to
Drake
say.
here.
Or maybe Velia can steal it. Nice, secures the objective. Ice trailing behind, but Team Heretics can't stop it. So second Drake.
The rest of the map being so awkward as Velia wanted to find the gank, but Reckless wants the base. Now Baus is, I think, 99% dead, but maybe he can find a miracle.
More Quack, a little bit more. Flash away. Not quite enough life. One more auto.
He gets that remount, and Sheo might end up falling. No flash on him, but
Team Heretics playing on the edge, but really making it work. Again, this top side of the map, Trayson and Sheo really dominating for the entirety of this game. Trayson especially in the 1v1 is Saren caught out. The E, the flash away, the route to follow. That's enough to get the job done. Nemesis on the board, grabs the kill.
great sidestep by Nemesis there on the Cassie ulti. Quickly clicks back to get out of it, and that ends up being Saren falling with now Nemesis ulting down to bot lane.
Ice into the bot side play. W forward from Reckless. Immediate cleanse going to come out. Ulti doesn't hit, however. Ice now going to try to turn things back with an ult of his own, but he just doesn't really have the damage. And Los Ratones grab another.
Yeah, I think if it hits balls, he's still out, no? Because he's unstoppable
Yeah,
and he wouldn't get in front of him. But Ice has no flash here.
Ice
dead.
caught out again.
Great play by Los Ratones. They find Ice on mid lane. Finally, Crowny getting some redemption. So they're able to now hit mid tower as well. They might be able to break the full turret here. Stand one flash over.
Nah, not the best Hex Flash angle. And again, for Sheo, if he can connect the poke onto Crowny or get into range of Crowny, it feels good. But this is one of the reasons we talked about the Braum earlier on is
A third Drake.
Oh, this would be huge for Los Ratones, but Trayson has the TP. It's crucial that they weren't able to kill him there, as they can look to retake now.
Poke only connects on Velia. Might come down to the 50-50 smite.
They're gonna get up.
Managed to take it and walk away. Well played. 2K gold at this stage of the game. It's not negligible, but it's not unplayable, clearly. So Tone stick around bot lane, however. It looks like Ice, in the meantime, is going to be able to knock down that mid lane tier 1. Okay.
Okay.
We got a 5.
Feels good. But he didn't do that. He bought Berserker with his first recall.
True.
Oh, but Nemesis doesn't have the ultimate.
Trying to get tricky on the side steps here, but again, you talked about the Cassio so good at walking opponents down, trying to get tricky onto Sheo. Nemesis still living for an extra moment. Oh, good response
Velia's
damage.
here, though.
Velia's here, and they don't really have a whole hell of a lot of CC to stop this Mundo from doing what he wants. Den wants to make the difference, but that Mundo's unstoppable. Saren running for his life. Crowny is here to pick up the kill. And Team Heretics, they're getting overconfident. They've underestimated the Reds!
Los Ratones, they still have some life in them, and it's Nemesis at the helm that's leading the place, outplaying. He baits and buys so much time for his team to pick up the kills. It's 2 kills for Los Ratones. They're gonna get the top tower as well, and it's all on the back of Nemesis.
Yeah, credit to him. You highlight it. Might be the victim. Unstoppable now. Sheo trying to get in range to get the target. Will not be targeted as wants to run for his life. Demount. Sheo continues. Yeah, there's nowhere for him to go. Down he goes.
Oh, it's a bad death.
Oh, he's cycling as quick as he can, though, and Blue's about to run out. So,
okay, he's gonna have white gun. He has white gun.
all right. Velia has secured a lot of ejections this game. They're gonna need him to secure this one. 5K, getting lower. Nemesis waiting over the wall. Crowny now gonna get locked up. Baron at 3K, getting lower. Team Heretics destined to finish with the health bars. For Los Ratones, he finds the steal! Team Heretics set to get the objective. They had the setup, they had the damage, but now Nemesis is on the chase. It's a bit of a split fight as Velia's off to the side, 1v1ing Trayson.
Nemesis wasn't able to pick up more kills, but Velia with the steal, he's the hero Los Ratones so desperately needed, and now he looks to chase down Trayson as well with the help of Crowny. And with Drake spawning in 50 seconds, if they can kill Trayson here, okay, he has the mega plants of doom.
Infinite mega plants.
Wait! TP from Baus.
They're not done.
He has the flash. He's gonna flash
over the wall.
Follows him. Gets
Unstoppable mega cone! Okay,
oh my
no
god.
passive. Velia not sure if he can walk to pick up the canister.
Forced to enter through bot here. This feels really bad as a team with Baron Nashor.
Crowny's just a little bit late. This is the struggle. You really want to have a trap line set up, but he hasn't really been able to put too many down. Hoping to punish. Boss on the flank.
Also looking for
A
pressure.
little bit bold, might come down to another 50-50. Lots of poke onto Nemesis. Already that blinking health bar, objective getting lower and lower. Ice waiting over the walls. Ice ready to go. Ulti there, Bavelia gets the soul. Lotratonix immediately barreling forward. His Tracer has been locked up. Boss on the backside, trying to create as much space as he can, but his eyes on Ice. Ice who hopes to make a difference. Bavelia and Boss are on top of him. Holding on to a bit of hope now as Nemesis takes out Sheo. Crowny keeping it going. Lotratonix taking the fight. Ice goes down. It's the ace.
It's the ace for Lotratonix, and they're looking to run down mid lane. They might have just done it. 40 seconds on Ice, 30 seconds on Sheo. Okay, they kept that. They're not playing toward the end, but they got the soul. They have the Nash.
Lotratonix revitalized in their 5th game in LEC versus their fans as well. The streamer a booth down from us as well. Job is not done.
They need one more fight.
But seeing signs of life.
The next play on the menu, unless Lotratonix can look to find a pick before that. They're looking for Sheo here. The Rise ult comes through. Velia.
Poke. Nemesis stepping up. Caught in the miasma.
Oh
Unstoppable. Just one-shotting. The knockup's going to finally be there, but it might be a little bit too late. Now Boss is on the way. The charge coming through, but won't find a target quite yet. Instead, they're going to take down the tower. They're going to break open the inhib line. And the confidence and the damage.
The damage from Nemesis is the 4K gold lead on mid lane. Nemesis is truly showing his prowess this game.
Wow. The haters in shambles. Well, maybe not in shambles. They're just going to shift their attention elsewhere. But Lotratonix, it was a rough
split pushing on bot here. It's actually Team Heretics that's decided they want to try to get control of Nash. While Baus is just pushing bot, they're going to start it.
Baus doesn't really have a wave here. It's going to clear one more. Might opt to stick around. Prey on the 50-50. Finally going to TP to get involved. Unbreakable already used before the fight even breaks out. That could be rough. Ice, red and white, ready to fight the fight. But Boss now stepping up, as is Trayson. The Baron's still leashed, 3.9k HP. It's a messy fight. Crowny at half HP. Sheo, huge shock blast onto the back line. It's a very slow, extended fight, and Ice is having a hell of a time with it. Neither side able to knock down a member, and the Baron heals right back up. And there's supers now in the mid lane that demand an answer.
Crowny is looking to just run to lifesteal somewhere, I think, because he has DT? I'm not sure. He's looking for Raptors, trying to find.
They're trying to cancel the recalls. Nemesis ready to turn.
Sheo's in trouble here.
Going back. Reckless is here as well. Sheo going to fall. And that was such a messy, messy fight because Lotratonix had access. Oh, that's going to be killed. Crowning. Feels
and
good.
Now with 2 kills, they're going to run for the Nasher.
And how is this the same game that started with Crowny randomly ulting and immediately dying for it? How is this the same game where Boss got solo killed? But I guess that's Lotratonix.
That's Lotratonix.
They've turned it around.
That's the magic they bring.
Second Baron of the game. They have Soul. It's 10 seconds till Elder spawns. Stend is dead for 17. Sheo's dead for 21. I don't think Team Heretics are even going to contest.
Yeah. It's going to be too hard for them to contest here. And I don't want to jinx them on their potential first win. But they have Soul, Elder, Nash, near 10k gold lead.
Nemesis is Thanos. Yeah, all these things.
They have all that they need to end this game.
And for Team Heretics, who were, it felt like, pretty in control at the earlier stages, punishing Lotratonix for overstepping, really started to fall behind the ball in that mid game, ultimately culminating in that one smite steal. I think if they secure that Baron, this is such a different game for them.
Yeah.
But ever since that moment, they just haven't really been able to do much.
I just think Nemesis has just been doing too much damage. And that's been what's really sealing the deal for them in the team fights. So now Sten needs to find a miracle engage.
Ice as well. 3.5 items. But with that ulti, you can still do a lot of work. Reckless's unbreakable cooldown is going to be big here. See, Velia is still low health, but has access to the ulti. Pops the
Next
maximum
tower.
dosage. Boss isolate on side. Flash forward from Zarin. Immediate follow. Huge damage and trace it into the back line. But Nemesis still stands. The Elder's still there. It's beautiful from Team Heretics, but it is too damn late. Los Ratones on the board.
And Nemesis is not going down without a fight.
I mean, it's hard lockdown, lots of CC, lots of abilities to pick off members in a fight and target one down. So we'll have to see. It feels very much like MKOI trying
So I think the pathing there is to avoid the ward that would be placed in that situation. Jojo here getting caught out by Yukino, and there's the third auto. I mean, Yukino just walked through the lane. Jojo had already used earlier on. Maybe I missed it as Alvaro goes in for a headbutt pulverize combination. With the Gravitum gun and Infernum here, Prime's taking a lot of damage. Heals himself up with the Caretaker's Shrine and Super takes the tower shot. Hazel trying to get the damage back down onto Super. A good Dusk Wave, though, forces Hazel low. And, oh, the damage coming out from the Gravitum. Has gone back and got himself a cult. Alvaro covering towards the bottom side of this. Is going to get caught out a little bit. Camilo ghosting in here. Looking for Jojo. Misses the overload. But just needs a couple more autos. Prime comes in and secures it. Meanwhile, Camilo tanks the tower shots and Jojo gets the kill. A 1-for-1 exchange so far as Yukino tries to join up with his support. Prime looking to the flash Cosmic Binding, but the cease and desist will lock him in place, and the Caretaker's Shrines won't be enough to heal him up. Yukino trying to trade back in, but is stunned by the trample.
The way the map set up, it makes sense. You push on mid, Camilo had to reset. It was about half HP and half on mana, and MKOI set up that slow push on bottom side. So there's a little contest that can come through here. So I think Yukino kind of reading the play correctly. I imagine he's just resetting immediately to run up to Grubs, but maybe he'd be able to. It's also with the crystalline or the crystals. It feels so much less impactful.
Oh, Hazel stepping forward, headbutt pulverize into the Sever of Moonlight Vigil. Hazel stepped up too early and is swiped down where he stands. Super now looking for a little bit more, adding a bard to his prize. Can't quite get it. Alvaro with the Unbreakable Will there, perhaps looking for more than his AD carry. Yukino defending his mid laner here, but the cease and desist into the seismic shoves enough, and MKOI roaring into life in this game. Jojo survives through it, but the wind becomes lightning, and Jojo becomes fish food. Yukino looking for a bit more damage onto Elioy, who has to flash. Prime comes across. Alvaro with the flash headbutt pulverize there. Didn't quite connect, and now is going to pay the iron price for it. Yukino gets another 3-0.
But you have to actually wait for the headbutt to connect if you want to get that knockback. You can flash midway through, but maybe that's what happens.
Seismic shove coming down. Alvaro already went in. Tempered Face going to lock up 4 players here, but I think MKOI are coming out of this cage match on top. Alvaro will fall, but Yukino has no way out as Elioya and Jojo collapse on him and get MKOI's 7th kill of the game. Him healthy through that flame spit of damage. Super letting the tower on the bottom side kill off as many of these minions as possible before he gets that first hurt of the game. 2.5k now his lead.
He's more than happy to take these fights. We're dragging up. Oh, Yukino.
Elioya dives in. They've got the Weaver's Wall coming down from the bottom side as well. Crescent Guard out from Yukino to try and survive. Prime and Camilo in good position here to keep on trading in. The pulverize back onto Camilo. Jojo's going to kill off Yukino, and Prime has to take a magical journey to a bit of safety. The middle of the fray, but it's not going to be able to do it. Realm Walk forward as Jojo is low on mana here. Threaded volley out. Jojo with the Unraveled Earth has the seismic shove. Doesn't quite clip Camilo, but I think Elioya might clip him with those fists. Elioya
just doesn't seem to be anything right now. Yukino spotting by on the bottom side will start up the Rift Herald as Mirren kind of toasting Tau on this top side.
It's like bow buns, but slightly misspelled. Toasted Tau in the top side as he has to flash away with the all-out. TP's coming in from MKOI. Good Cosmic Binding onto Mirwin. Tau going forward for a little bit more. Mirwin's got to flash away. Flash headbutts. Jojo secures the kill, and now KCB are running for the hills. Prime has to flash away himself. Cosmic Binding gets the starter, but he's roasted where he stands. Mirwin secures the kill.
Mirwin with the hands diff there. Great flash to get away.
Meanwhile, on the top side, Jojo should be taking away some of the plates from the tower. Hazel going in. Look at the damage onto Super. Prime coming in from the side as well. Hazel trying to flash forward, but doesn't land the shots as Alvaro keeps them at bay once again. Camilo coming in, trying to find Alvaro, but he can't get close enough. The Spell Flux won't be enough to catch out Elioya. They will get some plates on this mid lane tower, but you need more than a tourniquet to stem this bleeding. Just coming off cooldown. Hazel does still have the Ghost. It doesn't have the ult or flash. Tau here, about to be collapsed on by MKoi. Knock up into knock up. Tau tanky enough to survive through it. Pathmaker back. Prime comes in with a Cosmic Binding. Doesn't quite land the stun. The Tau is still standing here, but MKoi fighting behind it as Tau chipped away at by MKoi. They'll get another. Realm Orb in by Camilo. MKoi now caught out a little bit, but cease and desist. Dives onto the rise, and he's not doing that. He's falling where he stands. Yukino caught out by Super, trying to find a way out of this one. The Duskwave doesn't quite connect on him, but a Vault Breaker finds its man. MKoi once again collapsing, and KCB doing exactly the same, but in a slightly more detrimental way.
MKoi just played around that wall so well, denying KCB. Oh, hang on a sec.
Oh, Prime almost falling. Hazel trying to protect his Bard. Prime had a wall through, but needed the Magical Journey, because otherwise Super would have collapsed onto him. Another tower going down. MKoi extend their lead to almost 11k before the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, this is a confident play from MKoi. He can't be any real entrance.
Everyone understanding their jobs as well. Alvaro just acting as that bouncer, saying, okay, you guys can try and get past me, but I'm tanky enough that you're just not going to manage it. Has even gone for the Zeke's Convergence for the extra ultimate ability haste on that Alistair. Alongside that, you've got the seismic shoves coming out from Jojo. Elioya picking his mark, picking his man, and finding them every time he can. Once again, finding Yukino here. Crescent Guard out just to defend. MKoi, as you say, definitely the best team in the league right now. Cease and desist. There's no Crescent Guard to save Yukino. And perhaps Zain was right, as Xinjiao dies once again. And for MKoi, there's another Drake. Elioya is going to work his way across towards that. It will be Soul Point 21 minutes in. Tao's going to get caught out a little bit, but should be able to walk away. It's just Elioya giving him a friendly fist to the face as he forces a Tau to back away from the Dragon Pits.
Yeah, third Dragon, control on the map. Like, there's so much vision even still on that top side that they're going to be able to dictate kind of next moves around Baron. MKoi are just in such an incredibly strong position. And I like the KCB are trying to make plays. Like, so many teams would just roll over at this stage, but they're trying to see if they can find picks, using the things like the Bard's Magical Journey to get into positions fast, but it's just not enough.
Tau flashing in.
Oh.
The all-out will pull him back near the tower, but not under it. Yukino waiting in the wings, and Tau just burns. Roasted by Mirwin, and now with the TPs coming in and an equalizer, Yukino gets it in the end. 5 of his team, 6 kills sitting on that Xinjiao, but MKoi make him pay the price for getting one of their own. Another tower falls, a 12k gold lead. They have the protection of a Weaver's Wall from Jojo to cut off anyone approaching, and Alvaro also with good vision control towards that blue side jungle. My expectation is you take this, you push out all 3 lanes, because you can. If you want, you can 1-3-1, use both the Rumble and the Talia in the sidewaves to get that push in. Just need to look for that mid-tier 2. Elioya and Alvaro covering the Aphelios here. Super still, such a strong position. Almost 3 items already on this Aphelios. Tau's going to get the knockback onto Elioya, who does tank Tower shot, really does more damage than Tau did. Hazel got clipped by just 1 flame of the Infernum as Yukino tries to get Jojo off his wall with the teleports coming in. Alvaro turning the fray back onto the KCB jungler. Seismic shove dodged well. Temper Fate coming out as well with a 2-man stun, but Camilu's not here and KCB just don't have the damage. Moonlight Vigil almost clips the heels of Prime. Doesn't quite have enough to kill off that Bard, but with 1 man less, KCB really can't defend to come against the oncoming horde that is MKoi.
And they just get to move up to that top side next as well. The wave already in a decent position. MKoi, they are really putting a chokehold on KCB here. And it's still like Mountain Soul is in 2 minutes. Everything that you could want is still up and available after this.
Alvaro caught out a little bit. Tau jumping in once again. Man, he's been in the oven so long. That guy is burnt by now. He's charcoal. It's a crisp. MKoi, you can't taste good. You can't get much gold out of him. Jojo tanking a tower. And once again, Yukino goes down. Camilo and Prime trying to stand and deliver, but the post is late. There are delays. The wrong postage. You didn't pay enough for the package or something, KCB, because this game has been all MKoi.
Which is mad, because MKoi put enough stamps on this thing.
With Baron buff, Jojo just buffing up these minions. The rest of MKoi grouping up around mid. Temper Fate just short of hitting Jojo. A smart play from Prime to know there was someone just around that corner. Really have the vision on him. MKoi, they can settle this without a soul if needs be. Jojo waiting for the next wave. Baron now expiring. With 2 waves of super minions coming in, MKOI will turn their attentions towards the last remaining tower outside of the ones guarding the Nexus. And that will very rapidly fall. An equalizer onto Hazel forces him back to base. The 3rd inhibitor goes down as well as Super and Albro look for the fight, and Prime is taken out, divided by 2 it seems. Elioya going for a little bit more, dives in with the cease and desist tower, trying to protect his AD carry, but you just can't do anything against this MKOI. An absolute demolition, beautiful stuff from MKOI. In sub 26 minutes, they clean up the game and they claim their 2nd win on the week.
Winning in difficult lanes, winning on the map, absolutely destroying KCB when it came to team fight.
A little bit of extra shielding to really buff him up and allow him to survive through any initial damage Fnatic can put out.
It's also for the Nocturne, right? Whenever Nocturne goes in, you're kind of isolated, especially in a composition
this is
like
the counterpunch.
Yeah.
Right? He gets the Scuttle Crab, gets 6, and then looks for the invade towards these Krugs. The fear is going to come out from Isma, who doesn't hit 6 from clearing out the Krugs. Locke's coming across to try and protect his jungler's jungle. Dustbringer out from Isma, doesn't get the connection onto Razork, and now Isma needs to back away and wait for support. Pathmaker in by Locke. Jackie's and Vladdy trading down towards the bottom side. Locke getting burnt alive. Crescent Guard out from Razork. Isma can't join the fight at all. Vladdy losing down towards the bottom side. Good flash from Jackie's, but a flash from Emperors, and one away by Vladdy will get him out. Emperors here, saving the day for Fnatic, finds himself a double kill, and this Rumble in the jungle is online.
His mana is a little low, but should have been able to get the dash, and that would have been enough to pick up the kill on towards Noah. But either way, Giant X surviving the bot lane, and actually it's Isma
who's super important, and Isma actually looking towards the top side here. Emperors has that bounty on his head. They'll dive onto him. No flash still on this Rumble, knocked back by the Entofos. Veered back as well, and there's no escape really. An equalizer down just to clear the wave. Isma and Locke will secure Giant X's 1st kill of the game. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Noah getting dived a little bit as Lospa looked for the play.
If you're Fnatic, as you say, Imperials kind of needs to back away. I don't think Lospa and him alone can defend this.
See if they manage to do so. No teleports right now available to anyone, so it would be a 2v3 if the dive does materialize, as Noah continues to get the pressure in the mid lane here. We'll push in this cannon wave, and about 1 minion should be lost to the tower, although Upset's on his way very quickly, and Noah stopped using the Infernum, so Upset does actually catch that last minion. Lospa, they kind of know. Lospa goes in as the cow is immediately polymorph. Flash in. Zeke's convergence coming out as well. Jun trying to flash away, but the Emperor's Divide will find 2. Noah the Moonlight Vigil with the Infernum isn't going to have the damage, but in the end, a 2-for-1 exchange. Fnatic winning it out.
Lot won out on the bottom side, though. Ended up getting the 1v1, getting that kill, but now Razork.
Flash in from Razork. Good shockwave back from Jackie's well positioned there. On the ball, Vladdy might look for more, though. Razork's going to put down the Rift Herald, and the TP out by Jackie's, as he will manage to escape. Crystalline Overgrowth gets chunked out by Razork, and this will be the 1st tower of the game to Fnatic.
Still, even with that play happening, good job from Lot on this bot lane. Gets the solo kill against Imperials, manages an answer for the tower take as well. Kind of holding that play together, honestly, for a Giant X, because Fnatic finding that fight, knocking these Zins out away, though, a little unfortunate. But Fnatic just have more members in the area. Jackie's trying to come down from the top side, but now we're in towards Dragon, and Lot on the front line.
Yeah, Razork trying to get in there, but Lot very tanky at the moment. Noah has a bunch of those crescendums, the chakrams around him. Vision cleared out. Lot looking for the knockback, gets Razork, and there's no escape. The polymorph again means that Razork can't use his Crescent Guard, and with the jungler down, Fnatic have to retreat. Giant X get their 2nd Drake of the game.
Nicely done by Giant X.
We need a little bit of time and a few auto attacks if we're going to manage to get this one. Isma going in, clearing out a bit of vision of his own. Emperor's coming in from the side as well. Upset with the slow, with the slurkle. Paranoia out. Isma dives forward, but Upset gets the kill. His 1st of the game. Now at 1,995 kills all time in the LEC.
Not bad, but I think a bit of a mistake from Isma. Like, over-forcing, didn't really have the support, and Upset reading the situation well, gets the kill, buys time for Vladdy on the bottom side as Giant X over-pull in towards the mid lane. Again, just small little errors from Giant X after what was a good play.
Yeah, just an overstep overall, and because of that, Fnatic able to get a tower down towards this bottom side. We'll get about a 2,000 gold lead now at the 20-minute mark down that attack speed buff route 2 minutes on the next Drake would be sole point for Giant X as Razork upset and lost. But look, do they know? The Paranoia comes out. Noah survives through it. Moonlight Vigil on the 7th. Inferno coming out as well with a TP behind. Jun caught. Tries to flash away, but Isma and Jun have already fallen. Fnatic collapsed perfectly towards the mid lane with an equalizer onto Jackie's, who does still have the flash. The shockwave onto Vladdy and to Razork when it becomes lightning, and Jackie's just able to sidestep it. If Jackie's falls there, I think that's Baron for Fnatic.
They're still chasing on towards Jackie's, though. Hadn't anywhere to go.
There's no tower there for him. Jackie's might just look for the execute, but Vladdy not going to give him that mercy. Vladdy secures the kill. Flash forward from Lost, but Noah flashes at the right moment. An opportune escape from Noah as the arc fills with the floodwaters. Giant X still have some possibilities, but it's beginning to bleed. It's beginning to become a lot trickier for them to actually find ways into these fights. Upsets at 3 items, at 3 kills with the Fiend Hunters, the Kraken Slayer, and the Lord Dominic's regards complete. Vladdy almost at 3 himself. Zhonya's and that Nash's Tooth finished. And Giant X just trying to find a little bit of gold on the map where they can. They're going to give up this Drake. Razork's already on it. No real reason for them to fight over it. It's a second dragon. Instead, they'll take their time to try and garner some vision control towards this top side.
Yeah, Emperor's going to catch the wave. Doesn't have TP available, so Fnatic look like they're just going to try and push out waves, reset, and get themselves back out and be as strong as possible. Upset is leading the charge here. Definitely a strong performance in the way he's linked up with Razork across this game.
Being in the right place at the right time really often, and now Fnatic calling Giant X to the Baron pit. Lot does have TP, but meanwhile, right now is right at the bot side. It's going to teleport in. The Baron down to about 7,000. It's a tricky one because Lot can just face check. Losper looking for that flank position. Paranoia coming out. Noah chipped away. Losper trying to get onto the backline and immediately dives onto Noah. The wild growth out. There's a polymorph too. Razork jumping in, and that Aphelios is sent to the moon. Upset gets another. Giant X all flash out as Fnatic clean up the fight and now turn their eyes back towards the Baron.
That nearly looked dicey for Fnatic. Giant X getting the combo onto 2 members, but Losper jumping on towards Noah, and it's panic stations for Giant X. Hello, Jake. As just really solid play from the Fnatic support, and now they're reaping the benefits. Push on bot lane, push on mid. You have a very short-range composition as Giant X, and Jackie's can't be in 2 lanes at once. So Fnatic tearing through these structures as they go.
Just extending that lead, still have Baron for 2 minutes. We'll say the flanking Lulu, not that scary a lot of the time. Doesn't really tend to do too much. Giant X licking their wounds, trying to find a way back into the game. And they do have some tools. You know, you've got an Aphelios. He's almost at 3 items. He does do a lot of damage, but you gotta work really hard to protect him. Razork now with a Guardian Angel jumps onto Isma, and it's so many of these luxury items for Fnatic that they've been able to build because they have the lead. 2 people have a Zhonya's or a Seeker's. You've got a Guardian Angel on Razork. Upset the only one without something that brings him back from the brink of death, but he's Upset. He's very good at protecting himself when he needs to.
He's also kind of just bringing death, to be perfectly honest.
That he is. 4 kills so far on the game. Noah trying to clear out this wave. Losper flashes in, gets the headbutt, looks for the pulverize backwards. The Paranoia coming out as well. They've dived onto Noah. Moonlight Vigil goes to absolute Narnia. Jun caught out on the backside as Fnatic ripped through Giant X. Jackie's having to flash away. Razork looking for the chase, but now with the Baron buff and another couple of waves, Fnatic might just go for the win.
Fnatic, confident play on the day, flashes, everything burnt to make sure they can take this one.
Jackie's and Isma, what can you do against 5 men of Fnatic? Empress flashes in, trying to take the game into his own hands. Upset doing the same, forces Isma back to the fountain. Can't quite clip his wings as he sits there and watches Fnatic claim the win in convincing fashion.
It was a slow-paced game.
Now a Braum main. Okay. Because Braum is just really easy to play. You put up Unbreakable and chuck a Winter's Bite out, you kind of done your job in a fight. But as you say, we can't
enable the lead that Kalista and Boost you already have. But in this situation, Broken Blade.
He goes in onto Kana, who goes overheated. Broken Blade getting burned to a crisp. He went for that fight, and Kana just stands his ground and gets the kill. For Kana, no TP yet, hasn't completed that role quest. G2 start up the Drake. Yahoo underneath the tower, looking for the Rune Prison here onto Cass, who's going to get taken out by the taunt. Cass beginning to walk away. The hero's entrance knocked back by Bucio. who will claim the kill. The Drake for G2, though, still at 2,000 HP. Kalisz trying to come in from the bottom side, looking for the Transcend oneself. Kana's worked his way down. Meanwhile, Broken Blade's back up towards the top. It's got 4v3 in favor of KC. Kalisz flashing away from Skuma and LeBron, trying to dance around here as well. But a good trample stun into Yikes damage is enough to kill the enemy jungler. And LeBron and Hans Sama have to walk away, tails tucked between their legs.
Caps kind of end up costing the Dragon there for G2. Sure, he gets the kill, and it will give an advantage.
Because of that, they'd side. Discretion, the better part of Valor, not actually going for the fight. Skewmon looking for something here as well. Yahoo, no flash on him. Lebrov goes in. Busio trying to act as that bodyguard. Good double taunt into the charm. The dash away as well from Lebrov. And now Skewmon needs to get the hell out of there. Crescent Guard out. Tries to dash away from the Infernal Chains, but he's ripped back into the hands of KC. Yahoo gets his burner. Good use of the Phaelites there from Kana with that control. Well, Dragon's Rage kick from Broken Blade, but he's used the safeguard now, has to try and dodge his way away, caught out. BB trying to do some magical stuff on this Lee Sin, but it's just not working. Caught out between Yike and Kana. He'll be burnt alive by that Rumble, who secures his second.
Dragon already started up by G2. Looks like KC gonna give.
Yeah, it's an interesting trade here. Rift Herald for the Drake. Yeah, who getting some time with that top tier 1 as well. Should be able to take it down. From what I can see on the minimap, it's sitting at only 1 plate. Yeah, he's just waiting for it to kill off some of those minions. So will be a tower and a Rift Herald exchange.
Old man hands are working for an insect play.
And he did get the lane priority that we don't often see people get into Rumble, but as you say, the mechanics after that point haven't really shown us the style that is required to master the King of Kung Fu in Lee Sin. I did once watch Lucio. 6 conversions will proc. And in the end, KC can't find much more of the play. Broken Blade here on level 14, going to take the tower, trying to heal up with that Ravenous Hydra Dragon to kick it out as Carmine Corp begin to collapse. Lucio no ultimate, but does have the flash, can look for the engage. Safeguard away from Broken Blade. G2 beginning to collapse here. Yike goes in, there's the equalizer. Hero's entrance out as well as Broken Blade dives in. A good charm coming out from Lebrov. It's a 1-for-1 so far, now 2-for-1 in favor of Carmine Corp. It's Skewmon and Caps in the middle of the meat grinder, and they just can't survive. They're minced to a crisp. They will get one more. But 4 for 2 is well in the Blue Wall's favor.
If you're going to try and take on this Aatrox, you have to bring some damage. And G2 just don't have it. Hans Sama was still in the mid lane. Broken Blade is taken down immediately. And KC opening up this gold lead nicely for themselves.
They just don't have the damage to work through the Aatrox, as you say. Yike 2-0-5 against his former team. 2 towers on the bot side as KC.
What time? We passed it.
Everyone take a breath. We forget and we move on, okay? The secret lab ad came to life for a second.
The damage from the Phosphorus Bomb. A lot coming out from Hans Sama to start that one off. And it means that G2 continue to keep this soul point at bay from KC.
They'll get another Cloud. Good fight from them, even if they didn't pick up the casualties or the kills. They were still able to add the notch of a Cloud Drake onto their belts. Lebrov here, cleanse and heal, will cleanse the Rune Prison out. That's the power of the Unsealed Spellbook. Caps trying to hold the wave in mid. Broken Blade pushing in towards the bottom side. Matched by Kana. Caps, look at the damage coming out from Kalisz! Caps just melts!
That Fiend Hunter bolt damage doing so
Dash
much.
away, Broken Blade dodging away from Yike, who's trying to chase him down. BB does have the Dragon's Rage, doesn't want to use it, able to walk out. No Realm Warp behind him, no tower to stand. Sonic Wave misses, Dragon's Rage comes out, but it's too little too late for BB as he is burnt alive. Caps will push in the top side. G2 try and get control over mid, but Kana has a wave on its way towards this bot lane inhibitor tower, and with the Crystalline Overgrowth being ripped away, that will be an inhibitor turret to KC.
Yike even moving across just through mid, get the push, and guarantee you've got a front line towards Kalisz, because you can see Broken Blade fishing for those Sonic Waves.
Lucio going in as a Skewmon, Crescent Guard coming out. Lebrov is looking for a long flank all the way near the walls right now. Puts a control ward down. If KC overstep, there's the risk of a quickness onto the back line. It's Kalisz. There's the quickness. Here's entrance diving in as well. An equalizer down. They dive onto Kalisz. Good double taunt, but Lucio there to save his AD carry. And he does exactly that with the help of Kana. KC now re-engaging. Great stun onto Broken Blade with the trample as he tried to dive in. KC read them like a book, and they'll burn them in the river. Great play all round from Carmine Corp. G2. LeBron, the last man standing, and all he can do is flee from Busio.
Every door that G2 opens has just got a blue wall in front of it. KC have denied them every opportunity this game. And now a Dragon, a Baron, and surely the game off the back of that.
Try and secure it. Cap's here. Going to try and defend as much as he can. The Winds of War going out isn't going to do too much damage to the wave. Yike denying entry for LeBron and Hans Summer towards their top side of their jungle. There's the tower. And now KC with about a little bit more than 4 waves, about 6 waves or so to play with the increase, the shortened spawn time. Cap's getting caught out. There's the quickness that wants to Kalist. Crescent Guard out as well, but he's still got the flash to get away. TP coming out from Broken Blade, but already his jungler is down. And now KC can push through too. Kalist is going to reset. We'll be back out on the map quickly with the home guards. With how far forward these minion waves are pushed, he can sprint out, but instead he's just going to go towards the bot lane. Clear up that wave. Make sure G2 don't have any points of pressure on the map. KC will look for the double inhibs. With the Baroned up minions, they should be able to secure them. Kana with a stopwatch. The engage from Broken Blade again. Busio punts him to Timbuktu, yeets him out of any possibility of a fight, and KC, even without their Fed AD carry, are just pushing G2 back.
Busio playing bouncer for Broken Blade, denying any access. And now a terrorist falling. The base reaping the rewards. They're going to start to shift down towards this bottom side, the last remaining inhibitor on the map, and use the fact that you've got that rise to start getting vision on this bottom side.
Yike, 3 levels above his jungle counterpart. Kind of happens when you have this much control over the game, because I wouldn't be surprised if Scumon's got like one of his last 6 camps or so. You just don't get to enter the jungle. But across the board leads for KC. Busio stepping in, Lebrov looking for the knockoff onto Yike, can't land it. Dashes back to Broken Blade, who has to dash back to Scumon. Hans Summer has to dash back across the wall, and he just gets deleted. Yahoo gets another Realm Warps in, sends the cow onto the backline, joins him. Crescent Guard out from Scumon here, is used by Caps. The Zhonya's from Yahoo buys enough time for the rest of KC to begin to collapse as Caps is forced low. He pops a stopwatch of his own, but I think the next thing going pop will be him. Exactly the case as G2 are sent back to the fountain. They can escape there, but what escape is it as they watch their Nexus fall? KC, 34 minutes in, have only given G2 3 kills. Well, 4 now as they die once to the fountain. A dominant victory for